Decimetric radar is done, so the other thing I want to do is have you deploying to the training fleet. Those are names. That's deploying. Training fleet. Training fleet. And training fleet. In fact, you know what? Getting the destroyers out right now is way more important than some super expensive capital ships. 1939. I would like to have concentrated industry. How are we doing for heavy tanks? Not quite enough for another division yet. Germany sending volunteers for the American Civil War, yeah. Loyalists are taking more of the industry, which is bad. Although you still have a fair amount. No, Loyalists have way more now that they've taken the East Coast. How are we doing for the... Aha! Good. Build me another couple of levels of land fort, please. I'd love to modify my government, but I can't. Not by 1%. And I bet it's like 29.9 or something. Or 24.9. Can't actually see. Meanwhile, close air support. We're up to 25. I'm going to add close air support wing of 100 planes. And you are going to drill. Although I think I'm actually going to have you drilling down here. And apparently the UK and South African fighter are down on the Spanish border for some reason. Well, I guess the south of France is quite nice for a holiday. Shite Hawk, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Wait, is the USA guaranteeing the independence of the Reich? No, they're sending volunteers. Oh, that's what you were talking about. That, yeah, okay. Doesn't look like the new divisions are training. Is it a choice because of... It should be. Oops. Right. Nope, that was just an oversight on my part. There's the world tension. The fate of Czechoslovakia, German troops have crossed into Bohemia and Moravia, ostensibly to restore order to the regions in the wake of the collapsing Czechoslovakian government. In Prague, the occupying forces announced the creation of an autonomous protectorate within the German Reich. Now! Partial mobilization. Boom. Hopefully it's not too late. It's definitely too late. An ultimatum has been delivered to the Albanian government by the Italian diplomats, demanding that they submit to a complete military occupation. Army reform. Done. Just too late. Czechoslovakia fell and got me the thing that I needed. So, let me see. Do you have anything interesting over here? Or are these just air bases and things? Not really. I was hoping for free dockyards. Okay, research slot it is. Promising young minds are popping up everywhere. We need to supply them with the facilities to conduct their researches. Advances in technology can give us an edge where we most need it. I'm sure Germany will be satisfied now. Never again will they seek to expand. Yeah, I'm sure it's totally fine. They don't really need Danzig anyway, no. That would just be greedy. I am now going to do Promises of Peace. History has taught us the horrors of war. We must never let it happen again. It is time for our nation to know peace and prosperity. Yep, this is a perfect opportunity to do Promises of Peace. Let's get that stability boost. Don't need no war support. It's fine. Nothing wrong. Nothing bad's going to happen. Look, we've got our heavy tanks. Life is good in France right now. Absolutely no problems. Hitler is entirely reasonable. He's taken Czechoslovakia. That's all he really wanted. And we have enough for 2 more heavy divisions. So you guys are entirely upgraded. Excellent. So I guess the Alps are going to be next. You two can become cuirassier. And you two will need to be trained. Heavy tanks in the mountains. Fantastic plan. Actually, tanks do surprisingly well in mountains. Like, if you look at the template thing and the penalties, oh, you can't see it here. It would have to be in this screen. Edit. Heavy tanks. Mountain. Minus 2.4% attack. That's it. Like, heavy tanks really don't struggle in mountains very much at all. It's forests that kills them. And jungles. Jungles are absolutely horrific. But hills and mountains, no problem. Construction 3. So let's get the advanced machine tools. And you know what? Something has just occurred to me. These guys are... Whoa! They are huge! A little bit too huge, actually. That's not very efficient. Alright, we'll do that. Alright, so we're going to have level 4 defenses in all of those places. Let's get our radar upgraded for even better air cover. And now we can do the Alpine forts when research slot is done. And we have another military factory, which I would like to have invested into heavy tanks at this point, I think. Why do I research construction? Because I strongly believe in the strong economy being the underpinning of everything else. So the more construction you have, the more factories you're pumping out, the stronger your economy. How are we doing? 83 divisions versus 100? Minus 20, so it's basically 60 against 100. Germany is quite a lot stronger industrially, but we're going to start catching up and quickly. Because of my investments earlier in the infrastructure. Like, it's not as high infrastructure as I would have gotten, say, Britain at this time, but considering other circumstances, I think it's perfectly fine. You guys can start entrenching again. No other decisions to do. This is fine. Everything's fine. No problems here. Absolutely zero. Radar stations will be done in good time. Then I think I might start investing in some more close air support. I do love how all of these just automatically are given subscriber names. One of the best little mods I made for myself ever. And we have a lot of subscriber names, and I've also worked out how you can actually randomize subscriber names on Excel, so I can just keep on randomizing them. And I also worked out how to add a capital letter automatically, because none of these names have capitals because of the way Twitch works. Or rather, the way the subscriber lists that Twitch sends you, everything is decapitalized, and Excel can actually capitalize it automatically. Which is quite nice, because one of my massive pet peeves is to not have capitals. Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Named after German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop and his Soviet counterpart Michael Molotov, this non-aggression pact stipulates that neither side will ally itself nor aid the enemy with the other, and I've just realised I am not recording this. Ever since I restarted the camera. Oh well, I'll have to just download the Twitch stream. Money says Illbeard is overrun first. The beard will not falter. As much as I want to continue the air doctrines, I really need to start working on these. Although we already have the defensive bow. Well, we have one of the defensive ones. We also need prepared defense. I doubt that's going to come in time. Although that's going to come during the phony war. So yes, actually it will. Oh, and now we can do the air thing as well. So air superiority, mission efficiency, or ace generation chance. I don't really care about aces, so we're going to do the formation flying. I find they die too quickly. And then we want Alpine forts. It's time. The Italians won't cross the border so easily once we finish covering the Alps with a newly planned line of defence. We will have the time to respond and reinforce our position.
Écoutez. Vos ordres.
Yeah, put you here. So some of you will be heavy tanks, some of you won't. And I should probably also get some of these done. Unyielding Defender, defense plus 10%. Sounds immense to me. Joins en Maginot. No traits. Leclerc is in the Alps. No traits. Giraud. Here's my Belgian line. You can get Guerrilla Fighter, which is entrenchment speed. No. I think I'm going to hold off for you to get some other abilities. Charles de Gaulle's my heavy armor guy. He needs to hold off until he actually gets some armor experience. And then Tassini, same thing. Not really that bothered by entrenchment speed right now. Any way to give them a number as well, like if you create a second one with a name, then it gets the second. I'm working on that, so if we run out of subscriber names, then there is a way of like creating like a default subscriber division template. But I haven't actually worked out how to do that yet. Maginot was a great idea, so building a second one in the Alps would be even better. I mean, the Italians barely beat Ethiopia, and they only had the mountains to hold Italy back. Maginot was a great idea. It was just because of one dude who abandoned his area there in the Ardennes. And really bad politics. 39. I feel like I'm missing something important in 39. I am. Engineer companies. Do I actually have engineer companies in my... No, I don't. And we are short on support equipment, so I wouldn't be able to add them anyway. So the next couple of military factories we get are going to have to be support companies. In fact, let's go ahead and queue that up right now. Support companies are usually quite expensive, so let's queue up a bunch of them. I really think the non-historical games are more fun. My problem with the non-historical is they're not balanced, so very often the side that I'm on just goes completely, utterly bonkers, insane, overpowered. And I find that boring. Where are you two? Right, you're supposed to be on that line. Which you are now. More Brits are arriving. How are we doing for tanks? I think we can get another 2 done. So,
ordres.
That would be you guys. Let's say you two. Upgrade to Kurisei. I'm going to keep on trying to get you upgraded as much as I can. And now I'm also going to start actually naming units after people. So, we are going to have the Army of Charles. The Army Group of Charles. Charles Group. Sounds like a corporation. Then we have got the Eagle Slayer. Unit in Maginot. We have the Alpine Forces, and this makes entire sense, of Hakon Longbeard.
Écoutez.
And then the Belgian Reserve of Hungry Gamer.
Écoutez.
And then the Motorized Forces of Caitlin, the Goddess of Annihilation, but that's way too long to type in.
Pareil.
Hungry Gamer is already done.
Pareil.
And then the Mechanized Forces of Call Sign Slinky. That's all of those. I'm not going to bother naming like the submarine fleets, but I will name the Carrier Task Force, which is going to be Requin. And then the Battleship Fleet, which is going to be Bosnick. Like so. So the patrons are getting armies and fleets named after them, and then also the ship classes as and when I do them. And then the Twitch subs are getting the division names. I think that's a system that works quite nicely. Oh, the fort's going to be finished before the focus. Yeah, they're already done. Eagle Slayer is a good name for a task force on the German border. You're right there. Hey, Marshal. Oh, yeah. Something else I totally forgot about. I actually went and got the new music packs. There's some you can buy. I bought them. So we're going to be on the Allied side. I'm going to turn off Man in the English Countryside, because screw that. Let's see what the these are like. I also got the new German armor pack. Though not seeing any tanks yet. How are the French doing? We are surviving for the time being. I mean, we're not at war yet, but it's going to be soon. You're still training. You're almost there. You've almost actually got half a squadron. This is another of the annoying ones. Can we still do some more promises of peace? Or are we only allowed to have the one? I think we're allowed to have the one. Well, we did get some more stability from that. Is there anything else I can do for stability? Yes. I can do the improved worker conditions. No. I think we do need to wait for military high command. Although, who here is going to be useful? Special Forces attack and defense will be good, because that will mean our Alpine troops are going to be stronger. Ground support plus 15% is going to be excellent. Do we have any geniuses here? No. The French have no geniuses at all. Right, and then the other thing that we do need is the war industrialist. Now that we've actually changed to partial mobilization, although we want war economy when war breaks out. And I suspect you're getting close to Danzig for war. You've got to be. It's right there. Poland refuses the German ultimatum. Considering the demands, it seemed inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany, and a Polish plenipotentiary would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy Mozycki pointed to the German Reich's recent actions when stating it was obvious Germany would not be satisfied with Danzig alone. And there it is. I just realised I didn't have a guarantee on Poland. That should really be a focus for that, although Britain did. And there they are. I will accept your call to arms, Britain. It is war, then. Naval treaty abrogated. With the outbreak of war, the Romanian government has officially informed the remaining signatories of the London Naval Treaty that, under Article 24, it considers the restrictions of the Naval Treaty no longer be in the national interest. Romanian ambassador has therefore announced that the Naval Treaty will be suspended for the duration of the war. Whether the restrictions will return into force once the war is over remains to be seen, but for the time being we should consider ourselves no longer bound by the treaty obligations when it comes to designing and building ships. It was a noble attempt to safeguard peace. And I love how it's Romania who's telling us. Like the infamous naval power of Romania. Okay, so, first of all, stop drilling. Second of all, I want you with the Belgian force doing close air support. And you are fighters. You're going to be in northern France on air superiority. You're also air superiority. You can be interception in northern France to stop them bombing us. Then you guys are all tactical bombers. You can be close air support. One of you can be supporting Maginot. One of you can be supporting the Alps. One of you can be supporting the Armoured Fist. And then we have naval bombers who are going to be naval bombing out here. And we will need to assign our fleets as well. So submarines, first of all. Set to convoy raiding, English Channel, Western Med, Central Med, Eastern Med, Iberian Coast, Coast of Africa. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Have fun. And then recon fleets. I think we are going to be primarily responsible for the Mediterranean. I'm going to leave the English Channel primarily to the Brits. So we're going to be active down here, reconning all of this. And then you and you should come down to Tunisia. Where you shall be stationed. This is going to cane my fuel usage. But now I think we probably need to start buying some more. And you guys need to rejoin the Belgians. You guys need to join the Belgians. And troop training is still ongoing. We do have a surplus of most things now. I think it's actually close air support we need to work on. Speed 3. Let's save the game first of all. Poland's guarantee is at the bottom of the tree. You didn't go very far on, I think. I did the entire political tree. I did the entire army reform tree, and I did the majority of the industrial tree. There is no guarantee Poland. And Italy is immediately attacking us and immediately winning. Well, that's not good. Even with the fort bonuses. Poland to join the Allies. And then you two air wings without jobs. Well, you'll have a job when the fleet is assigned, I think. Okay, now we're winning. I did think that was a bit weird. It's like, we're fully fortified here in the mountains with mountain brigades. How are you winning this? And they're the Alpine forts. We have begun work on improving the fortifications of the Alpine line. When these new defences are finished, the Italians would be mad to cross the border. And now we have level 6 forts throughout the Alps. I think this will be fine. I am, however, going to extend Maginot because Belgium is a bit of a problem. We cannot count on Belgium to hold their ground. If they let enemy armies through, we might be in trouble. Extending Maginot is crucial to keeping unwanted armies outside of France. This is something they actually did. Maginot did actually stretch all the way from Mediterranean Sea to Calais. Did I ever add engineers to the army? No, because you need 10 experience to do it. And we have not yet had that opportunity. You wish to lend-lease me some Vickers mediums? Yes, please do. We sank a convoy. These are all just going to be singing, aren't they? Alright, let's not play the Allied radio station. Let's go... I feel like it only makes sense if you're playing as like Britain or America. It just doesn't feel very French. Let's go back to the classics. You're losing oil. It's still rebalancing. See if we can bring in another from the Brits. Seems to be okay now. Can you play Sabaton radio? No, because I would get copyright struck so hard. My recon fleet. Why are my recons fighting? Hold on. I want you guys to be on low risk. Like, I don't need you doing this. We're catching convoys off the coast of Africa and Spain. And there are a number of naval battles going on, so we've got our recon fleets. Yeah, our recon fleets are being way too aggressive right now. We have the main Italian fleet fighting against our submarine, no, the British subs. Okay, so the thing I am still lacking is these guys have not been given their orders as strike fleets yet. Strike fleet there, there, and there. And you... Strike force here, here, and here. Go. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more oil. Oh, America! No, those are the loyalists. We want the constitutionalists. There's one there. Sank another convoy. Sank 2 convoys. And you know what? I'm going to tell the recons to not bother with that spot. That's too close to enemy shipping. Submarines, however, should.